Hey guys, Daniel James here, and today I'd like to do a quick short blog to basically go over some of the things that have been going on for me, particularly in my career recently. So first off, many of you may have noticed that the amount of overview and review videos I've been doing has decreased slightly, and the main reason for that is, and I'll go into in a second in more detail, is I've been quite busy. Positively busy, which is a good thing. And also, I've started up a live stream. So in place of doing the videos, I now do a kind of live streaming show, I guess you could say, where I do a lot of the things that I would do in the videos, but a lot less predefined, a lot less planned. If my videos were ever planned in the first place, but essentially it's the same kind of thing, except there's a lot more interaction. And you may have seen for the past few videos that has been what I've based my videos on. I've live streamed an overview and then just put that on YouTube. So I'll put the link for where that is in the description down below. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about today is some of the exciting things I've had the opportunity to work on. Now, a lot of them I still can't say. And that's been the main reason I haven't done a video like this yet. But there are a couple of things that I've done that I can talk about. So, like the main one I want to talk about, I mean, like I've been saying, the reason the videos have decreased is because I've been busy. And one of the biggest projects I got to work on is I was fortunate enough to be asked to work on Terminator Genisys with Lorne Balfe. I was my role on that was hybrid production. So I was a hybrid production engineer. And for those of you, quite a few of you asked what that entails. So hybrid production is kind of what it sounds like. It's I would bring that kind of hybrid sound to the tracks, So I was more of a kind of, instead of a compositional team member, I was more of a production, like more in lieu of more in line with what a mixer would do in terms of music production, instead of what a composer would do. And I didn't mind that at all. I mean, like the aim in my career is to be a composer. However, I can't ignore the fact that I have skills in sound design and mixing and things like this. So hybrid production was basically me taking that kind of, what has been told to me is a Daniel James type sound, that kind of sound design, hybrid, synthetic, big percussion thing. I've been taking those kinds of concepts and applying them to the overall sound of what the rest of the music team was doing. So I was like part of the DNA of the soundtrack that came out, and obviously it's Terminator Genisys. I couldn't turn that down. That is and it was an amazing project, and working with Lorne was fantastic. Those guys are, they're the best at what they do. There's a reason people go to them, for all the films. They get the job done, and they do it well. So that was the first thing. I mean, and that took quite a long time. And I remember when I got the job, I was kind of, I just finished another job, and I was about to take a break or something. I was like, okay, job well done on that project. And then they were like, hey, do you want to do this? And I was like, let me think. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll work on it. And so we did that project, and I had a blast. And then straight after that, another project came. And then as I was finishing that, another project came. And then I had two projects coming, and I had a week in between. And I could have done an overview video. I apologize. Well, actually, it was a bit longer than a week. But instead, I decided to do another thing, which is coming out recently, which is I did another trailer music album. So those of you who are into my, epic score music, like the music library epic score, not just music epic score in general. I mean, the work I do for the trailer library epic score. That was a really roundabout way of getting to it. But anyway, those of you who enjoy that type of music, I've written a whole new album of that stuff, which is coming out very soon. I'm not sure if it'll be public release yet. All my previous ones with them have been. So there's a good chance it will be. So for those of you who are into that kind of my music, there'll be a whole new trailer coming. I think the last one was on Spotify as well, if you wanted to check out what they're like. That's exciting. And as this, what's the date today? It doesn't say. I should probably check these things before I do videos. It says it's the 26th of August on there. I don't know if that's correct. But on the 30th, I'm flying to a country. I won't say because that'll just make things obvious. But I'm going. I'm going to, celebrate the release of another project I worked on, which I'm very excited to tell you guys about. But I can't say until it comes out. But there's just been so many things that I've had the privilege of working on this year that I kind of wanted to share it with you guys, because I didn't want you to think that I was neglecting at this YouTube channel, or doing these things, or that I wasn't enjoying it. I love doing these videos. Like you guys who have been to the live streams know this. I enjoy interacting with people and sharing what I do with everyone. I just wanted to make it clear that my desire to do it is still there. It's just I've literally been busy. So yeah, I mean, it's been my career. I mean, so if you go back to the beginning of my YouTube channel, you'll see me sitting when I used to live with my parents, like in my bedroom, huddled in the corner of my room in the chair with my iPhone, looking all nervous, being like, hey guys, today I'm gonna, and I think I was doing a Mega Man fan film or something like this, and I'm talking about concepts of composition that I had an understanding of but not a full grasp of. And it's interesting to watch where I was then, which was I think 2009 or 2010, and where I am right now, and the kind of and I'm still learning so much. It's incredible to document. I mean, like, and that's where these videos for me have been invaluable, being able to document like where I was and what I thought I knew then to where I am now and what I think I know now. And it's made me bluntly aware of the fact that things I think I know are probably not true. So even the things I think I know now, I question with a lot more kind of aggression than I used to. I think that's kind of I think it's like something that people who are new to something, they're not good enough at it to know how bad they are at it. So they think they're good at it. that looking back at my old videos, that was me. And I'm kind of not wise enough, but I'm kind of in a position now where I can respect the fact that could very well be me now. So, I mean, like the projects I'm working on, and again, when a lot of them are coming out later this year, so I'll be able to, tell you what they are later, but some of them are on level with Terminator Genisys, let's just leave it there for now. So, the fact I'm working on these kinds of projects is speaking well to the direction of my career, but I'm certainly not starting to think or allowing myself to cling on to the notion that I may be good at something yet. I'm still wanting to learn everything I can, and I mean, And the thing about me learning these things is once I feel like I understand something to a certain degree, then I want to share it. Because again, looking back at my old videos, I was sharing information that may not have been the best information, like I've learned a better way to do it. And so I've been toying with the kind of argument, should I do a video on things that I don't fully understand, in case I give out wrong information. But then on the other side, if I take that notion, I may never put a video out because, like I say, I want to learn everything better than I already know. So, again, I'm throwing those kinds of ideas back and forth, and you guys can help me out with that. But one thing I have wanted to do for a while, and I'm planning to do, is I want to do like a beginner series, because whenever I put a video out, I often get the same questions kind of over and over again, particularly with things like contact, like how are you loading contact into Ableton Live? Many of you watching this will know how to load contact into your DAW, but there will also be a section of people in, who are watching this now who don't know how that is. And it's one of those things that when you know it, it's the most simple thing ever. But when you don't know it, you just don't understand how that works. So things like that, how I EQ things, basically, like how I compress things, how I generally arrange things when I'm doing like a big orchestral, cue. There's just so many things that when you do them a lot, like I've been doing for the past few years, they just, they seem like the easiest thing in the world. It's like, of course, when you're making like a kick drum, you would use a transient designer and compression. But some people may not know that, or some people may not know that certain sound designs or synth sounds are not just one synth patch. You know, they're multiple synth patches layered together playing the same thing. So things like that, which again, many of you will know, but there are many people who don't. So in doing that, what I aim to do essentially is take people from like the beginnings and then get them up to the people who generally follow my overview videos, which can get quite complex if you don't follow the terminology particularly. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. So if you guys have got any ideas of the kinds of things that we can do, because, you know, there's so many different topics I can cover, but I want to know the ones, you know, that people want to know the most about. You know, so if someone comments and it's something you would have said, you know, like, I want to learn about EQ, I want to learn about how to compress drums or something like this, you know, if someone's already written it, give it a likes up, and then the ones that get the most, you know, thumbs up or whatever it is on YouTube, I think it's thumbs up, you know, I'll do videos on those. So yeah, as it stands right now, I have one more film to finish before I leave on the 30th. And then when I come back, I'm jumping into another video game. Again, can't say what it is, but if you've watched the live stream, you'd have seen me working on it already. And once I finish working on that, you know, I'm planning to put aside a lot of time to do these, you know, these kinds of video series, basically for what you guys want to see. And also, I mean, if it's, you know, if people are interested in seeing, I'm wanting to get more back into documenting my career. And again, this isn't like an ego trip, although sometimes it does feel nice when people have nice comments and stuff, but not in an an egotistical kind of blog video. Look at how good I am. It's more of a, this YouTube channel literally documents from when I started composing. And now I'm kind of, you know, like I'm getting the opportunity to, you know, contribute to Hollywood movies, you know, compose on AAA video games. And that's like bottom to the top kind of, you know, progression. Granted, there was like a kind of, it feels like I missed a huge step in the middle. But, and you know, I feel very privileged and lucky to be where I am. Like, I don't take for granted the fact that, you know, it's not easy, and definitely not easy to maintain being at that level. So, you know, if it's cool with you guys and you guys want to see it, you know, I want to talk more about the kinds of projects I've been working on, and how I've been contributed, and how I actually worked on them. You know, the actual process of, you know, working on these things, like on Terminator Genisys, for example. It was a very intense process, but you know, it to me, it was something I just knuckled down and did, but it might be something that you guys might be interested in hearing. So, you know, we can have that discussion. But so yeah, there's going to be another blog video coming next week with a very big announcement, again, pertaining to the career instead of you know, an overview video. So be prepared for that. And, you know, I apologize. I won't do too many of these, like, this is what I just finished working on things. But, I mean, if you guys are interested, I will. But, and then once those, you know, once I've got all the announcements for this year out of the way, you know, there's going to be some talk, sample library talk I want to do. There's going to be some, educational stuff I want to do. And also, if you guys want more questions. So this has been a long ass video. It's like 12 minutes, 13 minutes already. So I'll leave it at that. Yeah, so if you guys have Twitter, I'm on there at H2Daniel. And obviously you're on YouTube because you're watching this, you know, so if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to this one. But if you have questions, particularly with regards to anything I've talked about today, do follow me on Twitter and, you know, send me, like, tweet at me so that I can see it. And that's the best way to, you know, to get in contact with me, because that's the one I always have up on my screen. I mean, if any of you have ever seen my studio set up, I have 4 monitors in front of me and I always have Twitter there. I don't know why, maybe it's like a nosy thing, but I always have to know what's going on right here. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little update. If not, you know, just let me know. And I hope to see you all in the next one next week. Be excited. It's going to be a fun one with lots of, hopefully lots of people involved in it. And, you know, be excited for that, please. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.